I can do whatever the fuck I want without needing anyone's approval.
Clara Dow built her entire platform on one core message: love your body exactly the way it is. She embraced her flat chest, made it her identity, and told millions of girls online that confidence doesn't come from surgery, it comes from self-acceptance. Over 900 videos, all about that message. And then, seemingly overnight, she got breast implants. Not because of hate, not because of insecurity, not even because she changed her beliefs. Her reason? One word:
Yes, I did have a boob job. I know this might come as a shock because my whole page used to be about loving my flat chest and being confident with it. I literally built my entire career and following around that. So why did I do it? Am I crazy? Was everything a lie? Was I secretly insecure this whole time and just used body positivity as a way to make money so I could finally afford a boob job? No, let me tell you the real reason why I did it. And it comes down to one word: fun.
This isn't just a plot twist, it's the kind of brand betrayal you only see once an influencer thinks they've made it and no longer need your trust. So let's talk about what really happened. If you've ever scrolled YouTube or TikTok over the past few years, chances are you've seen Clara Dow in your feed. She became the internet's queen of flat-chested empowerment. Her whole persona centered around embracing small boobs, challenging beauty standards, and promoting body positivity. She proudly wore clothes that society said weren't for girls like her. She talked about not needing validation. She wasn't just another influencer. She was someone people actually listened to.
Doing it for 6 years since 2019, I made over 900 videos on the topic. My mission for the longest time was I want to create content for my 16-year-old self and for all the girls who feel insecure like I did.
And people believed her. For a lot of her fans, she was the reason they stopped hating their own bodies. The reason they didn't feel the pressure to fix something that wasn't broken. She wasn't just pushing content. She was building trust, a whole identity, until she decided to surgically erase it. Clara didn't sit down for a heart-to-heart with her followers. She didn't post an emotional YouTube video. Instead, she casually dropped a TikTok with the caption, "Got chest surgery, or is it April Fool's?" And people were like, wait, what? But it wasn't a joke. The rumors were true. Clara Dow, the face of flat-chested confidence, had gotten breast implants. At first, people were confused. Then, the backlash started. Not because she got surgery, but because she built a whole brand around rejecting the idea that you needed to. And when she finally addressed it, there was no vulnerable explanation, no acknowledgement of how her decision might impact her audience. She just said she was tired of her old content, bored.
I became the face of the flat-chested body positivity community, and for the longest time, I loved it. But over time, I got bored. I started craving change. And the thing is, I know that as long as I kept my flat chest, I knew I could keep making content about it. The videos do so well, they bring in money, and people resonate with them. But I felt like I was staying in a comfort zone. It was safe, but it wasn't growth. And I wanted a shift in my content, in my message, and in how I express myself.
Fun.curiosity, a vibe switch. That's all. This wasn't some long debated decision about identity or growth. It was a shrug, a plot twist. And for a lot of her fans, that casual tone felt like a slap in the face. Here's what made it worse. Clara didn't just change her body. She acted like the message she spent years preaching was no big deal. Like it was just content. The very thing her audience connected with, the thing that made them feel seen, became something she outgrew, something she left behind when it got boring.
The videos do so well, they bring in money, and people resonate with them.
For her, it was a niche. For her audience, it was healing. She wasn't just switching up her look. She was walking away from a message that helped people stop chasing unrealistic standards. The same message she profited from. And the irony? She replaced that message with the very aesthetic she once said you didn't need to chase. This wasn't confidence. It wasn't evolution. It felt like betrayal. And it left her fans wondering whether any of it was ever real. Once the backlash started picking up steam, Clara didn't come out with a clear explanation or even a moment of reflection. Instead, she did what most influencers do when they're cornered. She pivoted to deflection. She posted a TikTok lip-syncing to Mariah Carey's "Why Are You So Obsessed With Me?" turned off the comments on her YouTube videos, and started flexing her new apartment like nothing happened. In an Instagram AMA, she said,
I can do whatever the fuck I want without needing anyone's approval. That, to me, is true confidence. So no, I didn't betray what I stood for. At every point in my life, I lived in alignment with my truth. Before, I loved my flat chest, and now, I love my new chest. And if you're disappointed by my decision, I don't expect you to understand.
Just like that, we went from love your body, you're enough, to I don't care what anyone thinks and the time it takes to book a surgery consult. It wasn't a thoughtful evolution. It was a brand pivot wrapped in an empowerment quote. And let's be honest, the rebrand, it's not subtle. It's giving sponsored by Vitamin Gummies energy. It feels like she's trying to style her way through a credibility crisis. Let's clear this up. Clara wasn't canceled. She wasn't deplatformed or silenced. What happened was way more real. She lost the trust of the people who built her. Reddit threads lit up, TikTok duets poured in, and even some of her longtime supporters were left speechless. Not because she got surgery, but because she tossed out everything she preached like it was a seasonal trend. Then she doubled down with this, which sure, great for a Pinterest quote. But the irony here is brutal. She's telling people to ignore criticism from the same audience she once told, you matter, you're valid, don't let beauty standards change you. Now that she's changed everything, she's telling them to get over it. This wasn't growth, it was a hard exit from accountability, wrapped in a power move. Clara's still got the numbers. She's still going to land brand deals, and her content will keep showing up on feeds. That part of the game doesn't stop, but what's different now? The energy, the trust, the feeling that what she was saying actually meant something. That's gone. You can't tell people for years to love their natural body and then vanish that version of yourself without a real explanation and expect applause. This wasn't some deeply personal journey. It was a calculated switch up, a rebrand, a full reset. And for the people who once saw themselves in her, that hits hard. So let's talk about it. Did Clara Dow simply grow up and make a choice? Or did she just blow up and ditch the persona once it served its purpose? Drop your take in the comments. I really want to hear what you think. If you're into creators who actually stay true to their message, hit like, subscribe, and stick around, because we're not done holding internet culture accountable. See you in the next one.
Like, I understand and I respect how you feel, but I hope you know that your confidence and self-love are still yours to define. My flat chest literally gave me my dream life, and now I'm simply stepping into a new chapter, one where I take life less seriously, have fun, and just do exactly what I want. Just like when I posted my very first YouTube video, do what you fucking love. We just don't give a fuck about what other people think and just go for our dreams. That's always been my deepest value. Back then, I wanted to help flat-chested girls feel confident. But now, I want to inspire people to break free, to be bold, to be brave, to be unapologetic, and to truly not give a fuck about what others think. And of course, to have some fun. I'll share more in a long-form video, but for now, I just want to say thank you to everyone who understands and still supports me. May God bless you and everything you want to do. Love you so much. Bye!